What's going on, guys? So I'm not going to be before you long, but I do want to touch on this topic. I told you every Friday we're going to do a Jamela Have Questions topic. And today I want to address, you know, one of the things that I see plague a lot of communities. And I talk to a lot of couples, whether they're in the process or they are overcoming the process. But this one is dealing with something that I encountered myself personally. Many of you who know me know that I went through a divorce. I was married 11 years and I went through a divorce. I don't want to spend too much time on the topic. I did unpack it in my book, The Value of Relationships. Um, if you want to grab a copy of the book, you can head over to vpapov.com and pick up a copy of that book, The Value of Relationships. But today we are going to address this topic. I'm going to give you three steps. Now, these are three steps that are not going to alleviate the pain, but they are going to address ways to overcome the pain of divorce. So, when I give you these three steps, I'm not telling you that when you do these three things, you'll never feel the pain again. For someone, they may have that miracle and that miraculous moment. However, these are three steps that can allow you to overcome the pain of divorce. And before I even go forward, I want to say this to somebody that's probably in the process of dealing with maybe making that step to to tell the person that they want a divorce, and maybe you're in a position of weighing out the assets, the children involved, the family, the length of time that we've been together. I'm not telling you what to do, but I do want to say this because I was in that position, and it's not like you make this decision overnight. But what assisted me was during my time of meditation, as I was deciding, man, based on the things that occurred in the circumstance, I'm gonna make this decision, but it's difficult. The child, my child, the length of time, the love, and these words came to my mind. These were one of the points. I had it at number one, but I want to address it. I mean, I had it at number three, but I want to bring it up now, and I want to put this up. I want you guys to remember that the time you have left is more valuable than the time that you spent. Write this down. The time you have left is more valuable than the time that you have spent. What do I mean by that? There's time ahead of you that you have not spent. You have not gained access to you. There's laughter, there's friendships, there's relationships, there's things that you haven't seen that are more valuable and outweigh all the love, all the memories, all the things that you've done with whoever that person was that you're about to make a decision to divorce. I know this is a touchy topic, but it's serious, and I encounter a lot of people this is happening to. And that was one of the quotes that dropped in my spirit during my time of meditation was the time that you have left is more valuable than the time that you have spent. Now, moving forward, after that point right there, here's one thing we have to be honest about. And to overcome the pain, we have to be honest about the pain and the hurt. A lot of us, we put on a facade, or we may put on a mask, or we pretend as if everything's okay. It never hurt me. I didn't care about him. I didn't care about her. But somewhere underlining all of that in that heavy mask, there's the pain and the hurt. And we have to be honest that, listen, I hurt. And before we share with anyone, we need to be honest with ourselves and then honest with God and say, God, this is painful. It hurt. I don't like the way he did me. I don't like the way she did me. Because then, after we're honest, then some work can begin to take place. But we have to be honest about the pain and the hurt. So, the first one is remember that the time you have left is more valuable than the time that you have spent. And then the second one is, excuse me, be honest about the pain and the hurt. Be honest about the pain and the hurt. This last one, I had to literally live out myself. It's a bonus chapter in my book. Like I said, the chapter is called Living with the Memory. Because although we're going through the process and we have to make the decision, and then we finally make the decision, okay, I'm getting a divorce. Now we have the divorce, and then the pain and the hurt may settle in, or maybe it was there before we even made the decision, but we made the decision, the pain and the hurt is there, and we're honest with ourselves that it was painful and that it hurts. And now we have to address the memory and learn and learn how to live with the memory, because the memory is not going anywhere. You know, the way God designed us is so amazing that in our human frailty, we do have a brain, and our brain has short term and long term memory. And our short term memory lasts anywhere between 45 to maybe 60 seconds, and it may be longer. Our long term memory, however, is etched into our brains forever, unless we develop some type of disease like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or some type of disease that, decreases our memory recall. However, we never learn how to live with the memory. We grow up in these environments as children and teenagers and young adults. And during that time, even as a child, we want to express a pain or a moment that hurt us. And we go to whoever is our parental supervisor at that time and we say, I want to tell you what happened. I fell off my bike. And sometimes they just say, hey, just go play in the back. Go to the back of the room. And we brush it off and we never get to express our pain. And these types of scenarios happen from childhood to teenagers into our adult life. And we never get to express how we really felt. And then some people may tell us, just when we do experience the pain, especially in a relationship, just forgive them, just pray about it, just apologize, just go on about life, just go worship or go do something productive. Now these are very good steps to helping us overcome it, but they're just what should I say, they're like a band-aid on a gunshot wound to solving a bigger issue, because it doesn't erase your memory of what happened with the divorce. We have to learn how to live with the memory. Let's say you just recently went through a divorce. Your memory has been stung. It has went through a traumatic experience in your brain and your mind, and now you're trying to learn how to live with the memory. How do I live with what he did, she did, what I did to myself? How do I live with this? How do I live with it, Jamel? And one of the things that God opened up to me was that we have to, in order to learn how to live with the memory, we have to partner our memories. Remember, because it's not going anywhere. We have to partner our memory with healthy people, not perfect people. Because there's a thing in life, even though you do all the necessary steps, you meditate, you pray, you forgive, you apologize, you love on them, the memory's still there because life has triggers. And when those triggering moments occur, if we haven't learned how to live with the memory, they can push us into isolation. People go into depression. People commit suicide. People um, have they go on tangents, erupt with loud anger. But we learning how to live with the memory allows you to address the memory, recognize that it is there, but it does not have enough power to overwhelm me and consume me and change my character. So one living with the memory requires us to partner our memories with healthy people, not perfect people. And part of that partnering starts with being honest and saying, I hurt. God, this is painful. That's a partnership with your memory. And then when you ask, I need someone to help me with this, and you seek out counsel and you seek out wise people and wise and healthy friendships and healthy people, trust me, there will be people that come into your path. And if you're watching this video, this is one way that you can partner your memory with me. There's a way to reach out to me. I'll leave that information at the end of this video where you partner your memory. And what happens is the memory begins to lose its strength. It's not erased, but it begins to lose its strength. So then when life has triggers, whether it be months from now or years from now, you become stronger than the memory. So yes, it triggers an emotion and you say, there it is. It's not strong enough to overwhelm me or consume me. I have the power. The memory's still there. I identify it because remember, it's called we're learning how to live with the memory, living with the memory. So for anybody that's going through a divorce, currently, or you've been through a divorce, I don't want you to hesitate and reach out. Me and a partner of mine, a great therapist, his name is Joseph. We put together this program. It's called Wake Up in Love, and it's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., where licensed therapists, coaches, and counselors They gather on a call and we pour into you guys. We pour into wisdom. We pour into you guys wisdom, everything dealing from conflict resolution, parental advice, finances, spiritual, and we do touch on the topic of divorce. We touch on the topics of sex. I have an awesome sex therapist who comes on the show on the program. So don't hesitate to reach out. And if you guys don't have a copy of my book, head over to vpapov.com, and get a copy of that book. For you guys that are watching, please make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe. Leave some comments so I can know what you guys are thinking. And I will see you again next Friday for Jamel I Have Questions. This was Overcoming the Pain of Divorce. Love you guys. Peace.